Teddy here. I just came back here from the red carpet at Spark earlier today. And in case if you're wondering why I'm all dressed like this, well, that's because, as I said earlier in this video, I just went to a red carpet today. So anyways, today I've got a lot of pieces of bad news I have to share with you guys. And I've got two things I have to address with you guys in this video. Now today, let's just start off with all the bad news I have to share, shall we? So anyways, the first piece of bad news I have to share would be, of course, for those who don't go to school at Reach Academy, so anyways, for those who don't go to school at St. Chris, for those who don't go to school at St. Chris via Reach Academy, Mr. Williams unfortunately passed away as of last month. Now, for those who don't know who the fridge I'm talking about, Mr. Williams was basically the recreation staff member at Reach Academy. Anyways, I will say this, people, that Mr. Williams is a very nice man. And no, people, I'm not talking about Robin Williams, and no, people, I'm not talking about John Williams either. It's somebody way different than whom you may think of. Anyways, when it comes to Mr. Williams, he always cheered a lot of students up, including me. And there are some trips in particular which I've been wanting to do while I'm at St. Christopher's, but unfortunately I have not done it yet. The one place I'm trying to go to whenever I can would be the National Museum of Play, which, for those who don't know what that is, it's basically a toy/game museum located up in Rochester, New York. And speaking of that, I also must bring this up that for those who don't watch News 12, I did get to appear in a News 12 video where I can be seen planting trees. In a case I highly recommend you go check out that article. The link can be found in the description below. If you guys really want to watch the video portion of it, well, you have to have an Optimum account. Otherwise, if you don't have an Optimum account, all you can do is just read it. So anyways, now I have another piece of sad news I have to share with you guys as well. Now, I also have another piece of sad news I'd like to share with you. Well, as of last night, Alan Young, and whom you guys may know him more as the voice of Scrooge McDuck himself, has unfortunately passed away. Well, when I discovered that Alan Young died last night, I was in the bathroom at Spark. So anyways, for those who don't know who Alan Young is, he's the voice of Scrooge McDuck. However, he's not really the original voice of Scrooge McDuck. The person who originally voiced Scrooge McDuck was actually Bill Thompson in Scrooge Duck and Money, and whom you guys may know him more as the original voices of Droopy Dog, the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, and Mr. Smee from Peter Pan. Whereas in every further appearance Scrooge McDuck would make, beginning with Mickey's Christmas Carol, starting from Mickey's Christmas Carol all the way up to Alan Young's death, he would be voiced by Alan Young. He also did get to voice the father of the little girl from The Great Mouse Detective. So anyways, now what can I say, people? I love DuckTales. I remember watching it when it was on Toon Disney, and while I was at school I did get to watch DuckTales, the movie Treasure of the Lost Lamp. When I think about it, I really enjoyed it, and I also remember Scrooge also remember playing the remastered video game on the Xbox 360 when I was going to school at Westbrook. So, anyways, I also remember Scrooge McDuck when he appeared in Mickey's Christmas Carol. And I also yeah. So, anyways, I also have another piece of sad news I have to share with you guys as well. Well, now, do you guys remember when I was hoping, huh? When I was hoping to be able to film film the next episode of Casual Reviews with Barham Shaw as of last month. In case if y'all wondering, have I done it yet? Well, sadly, no. But if I did, well, for all those who do follow me on social media sites like Facebook and Twitter, as well as Google Plus, you guys will be the first one to be notified. Whereas as for the rest, well, you guys will have to wait until next month's update vlog whenever I already did the filming. So, anyways, also, I have another piece of sad news I have to share with you guys as well. Now, in case if you all haven't noticed, Disney, after its final update in June, Disney Infinity, my personal favorite video game to play, will be discontinued. Now, what can I say, people? I love Disney Infinity. It's my favorite video game to play today. No, it's a shame that it'll be discontinued. That it'll discontinue after June. Once they finally release Disney Infinity figures based on Alice Through the Looking Glass and Finding Dory. However, there were 3 Disney Infinity related episodes I was supposed to do for Casual Reviews with Bear Rimshot in the first place in the future, including a review of Disney Infinity 2.0, a review of Disney Infinity 3.0, as well as a top 10 or at least some countdown based on which characters I would love to see join Disney Infinity one day. Now, in case if you're all wondering whether or not I'll still do those 3 episodes for Casual Reviews with Bear Rimshot, well, Disney Infinity 2.0, yes. Disney Infinity 3.0 review, yes. As for a countdown based off of which characters I like to see join Disney Infinity, well, with Disney Infinity's cancellation, sadly, no. Even though there are still some characters whom I would still love to see join the game, which sadly did not. Like, there have been characters that deserved to appear in Disney Infinity that sadly did not, including Jane, Captain Hook, as well as Peter Pan, as well as many of the retro Disney characters. You know, we're talking Snow White, we're talking the characters of Pinocchio, as well as Cinderella, the classic version of Alice in Wonderland, classic version of the characters from Alice in Wonderland, as well as the classic version of Aurora, as well as the classic version of Ariel, hoping to make sure that they don't go on the same route as what happened in Kingdom Hearts 2, as well as Belle, as well as Jafar. There's also some Disney TV characters that would have deserved to be in the game, which sadly did not, including several Disney Afternoon characters as well. Like, one character in particular, more namingly Darkwing Duck, which I noticed a lot of you have been asking the Disney Infinity team to add in for a long time. Though it's a shame that we won't be getting our Peter Pan figures, my Jane figure, nor even our Darkwing Duck figure. And it's also going to be a shame that we won't be seeing X-Men join the game, nor Agent Phil Coulson, nor the Fantastic Four, nor Red Skull, nor Abomination, nor Mace Windu, nor Count Dooku, nor General Grievous, nor Jango Fett, nor even um, nor even any Legends characters like Starkiller, for example. But even though it's a shame that Disney Infinity has been canceled, there is always now hope. There is hope. There is hope that we can. That we. There is now hope that we can. There is always hope for Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars characters to join Lego Dimensions. Meaning, thus, there is with Disney Infinity being canceled, there is a good chance that we could see Spider-Man meeting Batman, or Pluto meeting Scooby-Doo, or Snow White meeting Dorothy Gale from The Wizard of Oz. And with Disney Infinity's cancellation, we could also possibly see Star-Lord meeting both Owen from Jurassic World and Emmett from the Lego Movie. And there's also a good chance that we could see Wreck-It Ralph meeting Emmett. And there's also a good chance that we could see Wicket meeting Unikitty. Yeah, in case if you're wondering why I would say we could see Wicket meeting Unikitty, well, considering the fact, now, did anyone ever notice that Unikitty from the Lego Movie actually resembles Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony? Not only that, but also, plus, I come to notice that when I did incorporate some characters from the My Little Pony universe into the Epic Battles lineup, they did for some reason all get to be treated as if they were the next Zen Ewoks. And Wicket is a Star Wars character who's actually an Ewok. So yeah, and also with Disney Infinity's cancellation, we could also see the day where Yoda meets Gandalf, as well as Count Dooku meeting Saruman, or even Loki meeting Joker, or stuff like that. So yeah, and now since I already got all the sad news out of the way, now I have two things I like to address with you people. Now, the first thing I would love to address with you guys would be, of course, regarding to when I said the N-word in my update vlog which I did back in March 2016. Now, for all those who feel really, really offended when I said the N-word in my March 2016 update vlog, I am really, 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 really sorry for saying the N-word, okay? Look, people, okay? It's not to offend anyone per se when I said the N-word. It's more of how, okay then. Basically, it was rather more of an educational purpose. I just want to make sure you're all... I'm just trying to correct you guys based on what the rabbi said in the beginning of the song, Crank That Kosher Boy. Now, at least let me explain more on how I would say the N-word more for an educational use, okay? Now, imagine you just somehow discovered a foreign language word for the first time, right? Well, when you guys do get to hear that particular foreign language word, at first you may think it actually means that particular word, which really it means something way different than how you may think it could be. Then this is the moment where you guys are definitely going to realize that it means something else than how it actually sounds. Now, I'm pretty sure if you guys have... Now, I'm pretty sure if you're somebody who has seen a lot of Downfall parodies, you're definitely going to get that all the time. Now, if you guys are all trying to look for the correct definition of the word Meshuggah actually means crazy in Yiddish. So I hope you all understand now, okay? That also goes for you, Kaim, in case if you're watching this. So anyways, now that I got the N-word concern off my chest, now comes something I did promise myself from last month that I would also consider talking about, okay? Now, Now, for those who have not, I'm pretty sure if you're somebody who has seen my public apology video that I did last month to a variety of different reviewers that I admire, including Animat from Animation Look Back at Animat's Reviews, Huey Tunmore from Huey's Animated Movie Reviews, Sonic Guru, Morgan Ledger from Vaulting, Jaime Tude from Pages to Pictures, South Jersey Sam, and Mike Mixtape of Cinema Royale. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you're more than likely going to point out about of how, well, when I was apologizing, when I was owing another big public apology to Morgan Ledger, I mean, yeah, I did for some reason blame my former social worker, Mr. Ben, for making me have a terrible relationship with not just with Mr. Ben. Based on what Mr. Ben did, he made me have a bad relationship with not just Morgan Ledger, but also he made me have a bad relationship with Jaime Tude. Now, if you guys do not know who the fridge I'm talking about, then good. You're absolutely lucky. Because Mr. Ben, if you guys ever get to know him more, he was such a jerk to me. He not only caused me to have bad relationships with a lot of amazing people, including amazing reviewers like Morgan Ledger and Jaime Tude, as well as amazing friends from Ardsley like Sophia Bavar, as well as my favorite staff member from Andrews, whom I'd rather not say his name for more personal reasons, that is. But also, plus, he even caused the death of Robin Williams to actually happen. Not only that, but also, plus, when I was going to school at Westbrook, when he was my social worker, he used to constantly accuse me of doing sexual things with other students. I mean, not only that, but also he made a lot of amazing teachers at Westbrook to constantly accuse me of doing sexual things with other students, which I honestly did not. And they also, he even made a lot of staff members call me an incest he even had a lot of amazing other Westbrook staff. He also even encouraged a lot of Westbrook staff members at that time period to call me an incest. For, like, let's just say if I were going to do any culinary things, or even if I were going to celebrate holidays in the Epic Battles world, he would still get a lot of people to call me an incest for making nothing but family members do all the cooking, as well as do all the festivities and holidays and holiday celebrating Epic Battles. So anyways, when I did bring up Mr. Ben when I was apologizing to Morgan, before you go on, let me say this, that look, Mr. Ben, based on what I'm doing with whenever I include certain characters, especially with real-life personalities, I'm not doing anything sexual at all, nor am I doing anything illegal. So anyways, this is all besides the point. So anyways, when I was apologizing more, when I brought up Mr. Ben, when I blamed Mr. Ben for causing me to have a bad relationship with Morgan, I did for some reason bring up about of how when I did for some reason bring up about of how one of the other things about Mr. Ben that he, based on what he did, that's wrong, and he also brought up would be, of course, when he said that when he said that I did include is when I brought up about that he said that Izzy was the only character that I would consider an epic battle. So it's really, in this case, at the time when I was working with Mr. Ben, I did try to clarify with all you people that there are obviously way more characters I was considering and including into epic battles than just Izzy. So since I already mentioned all that in my public apology video I did on Passover last month, I'm pretty sure you're all wondering by now, who else could I be considered including into epic battles at that time period besides Izzy Natkin? Well, you're all about to find out right now, okay? So anyways, here are the following characters I was looking into at that time, most namingly to make it bigger and better. Well, first off, there are obviously way more Westbrook people that I was technically considering including into epic battles than just Izzy, which include Nicholas Sentra, who is now my editor of Casual Reviews with Bay Rimshot, Donna Stahl, and countless other people to name, honestly. Though, fun fact, when I was looking into adding in Westbrook people to battles, at least in the sequels, that is, since that's what about epic battles I was working on when I first came to Westbrook. Outside of Izzy being a villain, or an anti-hero in this case, I was supposed to make everyone else from Westbrook a hero. However, unfortunately, due to the fact that several Westbrook staff members got easily boiled alive like a lobster when I was trying to bring up the really good parts about epic battles, this is why I decided to do this. Make every other student at Westbrook outside of Izzy a hero, and make all the Westbrook staff members, at least the ones that were obnoxious to me in real life, a villain. Well, let's just say this. Let's just say with some of the Westbrook staff members being in epic battles, I would have borrowed inspirations from several Roald Dahl books, such as with the likes of Matilda and James the Giant Peach, as well as when speaking about the story of the 501st Legion. Now, for those who don't know what the 501st Legion is, now if you're somebody who has sat through all the Star Wars movies, as well as watched the 2 computer animated Star Wars TV shows consisting of Star Wars Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, as well as played Star Wars Battlefront 2, then you're more than likely going to understand what I'm talking about. But for those who haven't, well, I have no choice but to show you guys what the 501st Legion is. Star Wars Minute 501st Legion. Sorry.
The 501st Legion was an elite clone trooper unit during the Clone Wars. They were handpicked and given special training by Chancellor Palpatine, and then assigned to serve under Jedi General Anakin Skywalker. They continued to serve their leader after he fell to the dark side and became Darth Vader. They followed him to the Jedi Temple and participated in the destruction of the Jedi Order. Inhibitor chips caused clones all across the galaxy, including the 501st, to turn on their Jedi leaders. After the Jedi Purge, the members that chose to stay under Vader's command transitioned into stormtroopers and earned the nickname Vader's Fist. However, some clones, including the 501st Captain, Rex, appear to have defected against the Galactic Empire, which we should learn more about in Rebels Season 2. As the clone troopers degenerated due to their rapid aging, Vader handpicked the best soldiers from other stormtrooper units in order to keep his corps the elite unit in the Empire. Behind the scenes, the 501st Legion is also the name of a worldwide costume group dedicated to recreating accurate stormtrooper armor, among other costumes. The group is very active in charity work across the globe, and they were the inspiration for George Lucas to add the organization into the canon. That's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share to see new Star Wars videos.
Excuse me one sec, people. I almost forgot to close the door. There I go. So, anyways, hope you all understand now on what the 5-1st Legion is. So, anyways, I was also looking into adding in more Andros people into the Epic Battles lineup, including Desmond McDonald, such as Desmond McDonald. And I was also considering looking into adding in more Ardsley students as well, including Rachel Greenwald, Francine Klarsfeld, Ali Huttick, Cassidy Wooten, Samantha Cohen, and countless other Ardsley students as well. However, and then there's also, of course, I was also looking to adding in more Ardsley teachers, adding to some Ardsley teachers into Epic Battles, including Mr. Gomez, Mr. Sayers, Mr. Beams, and countless other amazing Ardsley teachers you Ardsley people can ever think of, both past and present. I was also looking into adding in some Kutz people, considering the fact that I did manage to borrow elements, incorporate elements of the Jewish religion into Epic Battles. Well, there's this one real-life Jewish deli that I've had characters enjoy going out to called Epstein's Kosher Deli. Not only that, but also plus, the synagogue that I've had characters going to happens to be my real-life local synagogue, being Woodlands Community Temple. Anyways, I was also, some Kutz people I was also looking into adding in to the Epic Battles lineup, includes Jennifer Leader, considering her love for Nutella, which my brother Evan also loves, and he's in Epic Battles. Anyways, I was also looking into adding in Margaret Hefferman, considering the fact that not only is she a good friend to me, but also she's a good counselor to me as well. As well as Eli Cooper, another really good counselor to me. Anyways, and then there's also Rachel Hazan, considering the fact that not only does she share the same hometown as all 4 of my cousins do, but also she went to the same high school as what both of my 2 younger cousins did, as well as my dad, as well as my 2 parental uncles both did as well. And countless other Kutz people you can ever think of. Anyways, I was also looking into adding in the Udwin family into Epic Battles. You know, Mike Udwin, Judy Udwin, Dana Udwin, David Udwin, and Bradley Udwin. Considering the fact that my dad can be seen at Epic Battles, and so are my cousins, so yeah, it would be a nice touch to add in the Udwin family to Epic Battles. And then there's also some of my mom's real life friends, including Laura Wakefield, Jenny Mayer, and countless others. And then there's also Granny Janice, my grandfather's first cousin, as well as and since now that I go to school in St. Chris, I was looking into hopefully adding in St. Chris people into Epic Battles. In case if you're wondering what would Dante and I both do for St. Chris people, well, to learn from my mistake from when I was making Epic Battles to appearing to be going to school at Westbrook, I can't reveal. I'm afraid I cannot reveal what will St. Chris people do in Epic Battles 4 just yet. Which in this case, I decided to keep it all a surprise until when Epic Battles 4 first comes out on May 25th, 2017. You know, the same day as the 40th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. I mean, yeah, as you guys can all tell by now, thought I'd try to make sure you guys feel like watching the original trilogy, as in the original versions, instead of feeling like watching either the prequels or the 1997 special edition. Now, it's not to say I will focus more on the original trilogy at all. It won't be like what used to coming from the first Epic Battles movie, nor Star Wars Empire War, nor the more recent Star Wars Battlefront remake, which I would have where for Star Wars content I would have relying on nothing but the original trilogy. You guys will, however, see more. You guys will, however, still be able to see content from the Star Wars prequels appearing as well. And just the major things that I've had people complain about in regard to the first three Epic Battles movies, they will be whatever went wrong in regard to the first three Epic Battles movies will be omitted for all future Epic Battles movies beginning with Epic Battles 4. And for those who have not seen my update vlog back in January 2016, I did confirm that in all future Epic Battles movies beginning with Epic Battles 4, there'll be no Waka Flocka songs playing the soundtrack, and there will be no My Little Pony characters appearing either after I somehow got humiliated when actually including it. So anyways, and in case if you're all wondering whether or not there were ever any fictional characters I was looking into adding into the Epic Battles lineup, yes. Yes, there are. Here's some of the following fictional characters I was looking into adding into the Epic Battles lineup at that time. There's first off, there's also the characters from Frozen, considering the fact that I've already incorporated characters from other beloved Disney classics as well, including Snow White, Pinocchio, Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, Sleeping Beauty, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, and countless other Disney films as well. So I thought it would be a nice touch to add in characters from Frozen into Epic Battles. And then there's also the characters from Wreck-It Ralph, considering the fact that this is an animated Disney movie that features video game characters we're talking about. So it would definitely be a nice touch to have Wreck-It Ralph join Epic Battles. And then there's also the characters from Big Hero 6, considering the fact that I've already had both Disney characters and Marvel characters appearing in Epic Battles and in the past. I was also looking into adding in some characters from Winnie the Pooh, considering the fact that I already incorporated the 100 Acre Wood into Epic Battles, so it would make more sense to add in characters like Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, Eeyore, Lumpy, Owl, Kangaroo, and all those guys into Epic Battles. And I was also looking into adding in characters from the Black Cauldron into Epic Battles. And then there's also characters from more Disney sequels than just Jane from Return to Neverland and Percival C. McLeach from The Rescuers Down Under. I was also looking into. Considering the fact that I already had both Ariel and Jane both play a bigger role in Epic Battles, I was also looking into adding in Melody from Little Mermaid to Return to the Sea into Epic Battles, as Melody was the character that influenced Jane to exist. I mean, without Melody's existence, without the creation of Melody from Little Mermaid to Return to the Sea, there would be no Jane from Return to Neverland at all. So anyways, I was also looking into adding in Merida from some characters from Brave, including Merida, as well as some characters from Inside Out. I was also looking into including Epic Battles, as well as some characters from any of the post-2011 Pixar sequels like Monsters University, Finding Dory, as well as Toy Story 4 and The Incredibles 2. Speaking of which, there's also the characters from The Incredibles. I was also looking into adding into Epic Battles, as well as characters from post-2010 DreamWorks movies such as How to Train Your Dragon, The Croods, as well as some of the new characters from Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, Kung Fu Panda 3, Home. It's about it for DreamWorks. And speaking of DreamWorks, I was trying to make sure that characters from more DreamWorks franchises than just Shrek play a big role, which also include. So that I was also trying to make sure that I see more DreamWorks characters get a lot of screen time than just Shrek. So that way I don't get people to believe that I'm saying that Shrek is love, Shrek is life. So, anyways, and then there's also Bubbles the Talking Dolphin I was looking into, Cream the Rabbit from Sonic the Hedgehog, as well as some characters from Fire Emblem I was looking into. And then there's also some characters from Star Wars Rebels, as well as characters from Star Wars Expanded Universe material aside from Starkiller from The Force Unleashed, including several characters from Knights of the Old Republic, General Thrawn from the Thrawn trilogy, as well as Mara Jade Skywalker, as well as Ben Skywalker, Anakin Solo, Jason Solo, Jaina Solo. There's Darth Revan I was looking into. There's also Grievous's bodyguards. I was also looking into adding in. What else was I looking into? Alright. And also, there's also some characters from Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. And out of all the movie characters that somehow existed, The Force Awakens characters would be like my holy grail to adding into epic battles. Some Force Awakens characters I think would be great for epic battles include Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, BB-8, and Kylo Ren. Boy, would like to fight against Kylo Ren in epic battles, and hopefully team up with Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, as well as, of course, BB-8. And I also would love to. I was considering of adding in characters from Guardians of the Galaxy, considering the fact that I already had Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Avengers, and the Fantastic Four all appearing in epic battles. So it would make more sense to add in characters from Guardians of the Galaxy into epic battles, as well as I was also looking into adding in Sparky the dog from the Fairly Odd Parents, as well as characters from Gargoyles, as well as characters from more Disney TV shows than just those from the Disney Afternoon, which would also include shows from Disney's One Saturday Morning with the likes of Doug, Pepper Ann, The Weekenders, and The Teacher's Pet, as well as characters from Disney Channel era TV shows with the likes of Fillmore, Kim Possible, as well as the Proud Family, and Dave the Barbarian, as well as characters from Phineas and Ferb and Gravity Falls, as well as the new characters from TV shows based off of the movies like Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Hercules the Animated Series. And no, people, I am not going to add in Star Butterfly into epic battles, so don't expect me to add in Star Butterfly into epic battles after getting to be easily humiliated in adding in the My Little Pony characters by my former editor, whom I'm not going to say his name in this video. So anyways, moving on, I was also looking into adding in characters from Rita Rabbit into epic battles, as well as characters from Clue Finders, as well as some characters from Jumpstart, as well as more of the regular Soul Calibur characters than just Yoshimitsu, as well as more Tekken characters than just Heihachi and Yoshimitsu, as well as more Street Fighter characters than just Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li, as well as more Mortal Kombat characters than just Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I was also looking into adding in Sly Cooper into epic battles, considering the fact that it does have its moments where it did inspire me to co-create epic battles. Well, story-wise, that is. So anyways, I was also looking into adding in Deadpool into epic battles, as well as some characters from Bob's Burgers, considering the fact that I already incorporated characters from both The Simpsons and Family Guy into epic battles. So it would make more sense to add in characters from Bob's Burgers into epic battles. I was also looking into adding characters from Arthur Christmas and the Pirates Band of Misfits into epic battles, considering the fact that I already incorporated characters from the first three feature films, considering the fact that I incorporated Wallace and Gromit, the characters from Chicken Run, as well as the characters from Flushed Away into Epic Battles, so it would make more sense to also add in characters from Arthur Christmas and the Pirates Band of Misfits, as well as also adding in characters from Creature Comforts as well. I was also I was also looking into adding in both Conrad and Cy from the Cat and That, as in from the original book, that is, as well as Lawrence Quinn from the live-action Cat in the Hat movie. Considering the fact, well, sure, you may have a lot of people who hate the movie, and then there are a few of those that somehow liked it, like myself. As well as, I was also looking into adding in South Jersey Salmon to Epic Battles, Jaimitude, Mike Mixtape, considering the fact that those reviewers were all good friends with this one reviewer that gets a lot of screen time in Epic Battles being animated. I was also looking into adding in the Nostalgia Critic into Epic Battles, as well as the Angry Video Game Nerd, Juwario, Linkara, as well as the Hardcore Kid, Media Hunter, Rowdy C from TV Trash, let's see what else. Alright, there's also Fox and Socks, the Sneeches, concerning the fact that's my dad's favorite Dr. Seuss book to read. So, considering the fact that I've had a lot of scenes where my dad does appear alongside several Seuss characters, it would make more sense to add the Sneeches into Epic Battles. I was also looking into anyone else. I was looking into adding to Epic Battles. There's also the Power Rangers. There's also there's Gravity Falls. There's also both Normal and Arlene from Garfield, considering the fact that I incorporated Garfield, Odie, and John Arbuckle into Epic Battles. There's also the Comic Strip Critic. There's also alright, and then there's also several anime characters I'd like to add into Epic Battles. Considering the fact this is another form of animation into Epic Battles. So if I can get away in adding in hand-drawn animated characters into Epic Battles with the likes of those coming from Disney, Warner Brothers, Nickelodeon, Don Bluth, as well as characters that are computer animated with the likes of Pixar, DreamWorks, Illumination, Blue Sky, and Sony Pictures Animation, as well as characters that are stop motion animated, such with the likes of those coming from Aardman Animations and Rankin Bass. I might as well have to include several anime characters as well, including some characters from Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, some characters from Digimon. I almost forgot to mention that I was also considering adding in characters from Star Fox into Epic Battles, as well as Samus from Metroid. And then there's also Diamanda Hagen. And then there's also I was also looking into adding in several characters from several Studio Ghibli films. Considering the fact, well, at least let me explain why I would ever consider adding in characters from Studio Ghibli films into Epic Battles. There are many reasons why I would do that. Anyways, the first, or should I say, the more obvious reason being, of course, whenever I hear any animation fans dare talk about Studio Ghibli, I would often hear them say that they're the Pixar of Japan. Similar to what they would say about Aardman for England. So anyways, if I can already get away in adding in characters from the Pixar of England into Epic Battles being Aardman Animations, or should I say, the Pixar of the United Kingdom or the Pixar of Europe that matters. And thus, I should be able to add in characters coming from the Pixar of Japan into Epic Battles being Studio Ghibli. Another good reason for me to add in characters from Studio Ghibli would be, of course, considering the fact, well, there's this one Pixar executive by the name of John Lasseter. Anyways, considering the fact, well, whenever a Studio Ghibli film dare get an English dub, usually John Lasseter, or at least someone from Pixar, would typically help doing the English dub for most of their films. And then there's also, of course, the fact that every single time whenever a Studio Ghibli film dare get to be released in the United States, the English dub for most of their films are typically done by Disney. So considering the fact that I incorporated several Disney characters into Epic Battles, more namely from Walt Disney Animation Studios, Disney Toon Studios, Pixar Animation Studios, and Walt Disney Television Animation, it would make a whole lot of sense to also be able to add in Studio Ghibli characters as well. And then there's also, of course, the fact that, there's this one Studio Ghibli film called Princess Mononoke, right? In which there's one film from Studio Ghibli called Princess Mononoke, right? In which did receive a stage adaptation. And when Princess Mononoke received a stage adaptation, it was this stage adaptation of Princess Mononoke was directed by, whether you guys believe it or not, the creator of Wallace and Gromit / director of Chicken Run. There's a stage adaptation of one of Studio Ghibli's films being Princess Mononoke, which was handled by the director of Wallace and Gromit / the director of the creator of Wallace and Gromit / the director of the creator of Wallace and Gromit, the director of Chicken Run, and the creator of Shaun the Sheep himself, Nick Park. No joke when I say that. And then there's also the fact, there's this one iconic character that Studio Ghibli created called Totoro from the movie My Neighbor Totoro. My Neighbor Totoro. He can be seen in a lot of cartoons. Heck, he can also even be seen in Toy Story 3. And there's also Lupin the Third. I was considering adding into Epic Battles, considering the fact, there's this one film featuring the character called The Castle of Cagliostro, which I was just watching earlier today, right? Not only that, but also, when speaking about the Castle of Cagliostro, I was considering satirizing some elements, satirizing some moments that can be seen in the Castle of Cagliostro, considering the fact that it did inspire a lot of people to do creative things with it. Mostly people have worked on projects that can be seen, that did have elements being featured in Epic Battles. It inspired Disney to... The Castle of Cagliostro did inspire 2 animated Disney movies consisting of The Great Mouse Detective, with the Big Ben fight scene being loosely inspired by the Clock Tower fight scene, and in the end of Atlantis, The Lost Empire. And then it also even inspired an episode of Batman the Animated Series, which is once again got influenced by, which there's a Clock Tower fight scene that can be seen in this one episode of Batman the Animated Series. And then there's also, it also even inspired a scene from the Simpsons movie. Now, you know from the Castle of Cagliostro where you can't see Lupin the Third roll over on the roof? Well, that part did inspire when Bart Simpson can be seen rolling down on the roof in the Simpsons movie. And rumor has it that that Steven Spielberg, aka rumor has it that an American Tail producer slash Who Framed Roger Rabbit producer slash good friend of George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, did actually see the Castle of Cagliostro, and that film would inspire him to create a certain scene in The Adventures of Tintin. And any other characters? I was looking into Big Bells. Oh, right, there's also Pac-Man. There's Mega Man. And there's also Ludwig von Drake. There's also Blaze the Cat, Silver the Hedgehog. And also, considering the fact that I've already had Pixar characters appearing in Epic Battles, and I've already had characters, considering the fact that I had several Pixar characters in Epic Battles, as well as considering the fact that I've had characters eating pizza, considering the fact that I've also had characters from I've eaten pizza in Epic Battles, it would definitely make a whole lot of sense to incorporate Pizza Planet into Epic Battles, considering the fact that I've already had characters from Pixar appearing in Epic Battles, and I've had characters from Have Eaten Pizza in Epic Battles. So that way, I can easily make sure that a lot of characters in Epic Battles can easily be seen eating pepper. Look, people. I would like to be able to see. I'd love to be able to make. I'm just trying to make sure that that a lot of characters in Epic Battles can be seen eating pepperoni pizza. Because if I was gonna have pizza, like let's just say at Epstein's, the only meat toppings I would have been able to have if I were to have pizza at Epstein's would be toppings are either beef, veal, chicken, turkey, or fish that's either fin or scaled. No pork, no shrimp, no shellfish in general, nada. And meaning thus, instead of pepperoni, I would have to have beef salami. Not only that, but also instead of pork sausage, I would have to have either turkey sausage or beef sausage. And instead of pork bacon, I would have to have turkey bacon. Not only that, but also instead of having either ham or regular pork on my pizza, I would have to have either beef, veal, chicken, or turkey on my pizza. So anyways, I guess that's all I have to say. And also, one more thing I like to address is that in case if you all haven't noticed, excuse me one sec, people. Get the calendar. Here we go. Just to give you all a friendly heads up, on June 5th, I have an autism walk I'd like to go to. So if anyone would like to join me in my walk or have any money would like to donate to me, it'll be great. The 2 links can be found in the description below. So that's all I have to say, and I hope you all have a happy Memorial Day next weekend. This is Teddy signing out.